From where I understand, is it getting worse? No, we're reporting more and better.
Reporting.
Okay.
Cybersecurity is the new, am I allowed to say sexy word? Within Serianu, we call it situational awareness. We need to be more situationally aware of what we're doing on the underlying point is we don't have enough cybersecurity experts. Business leader that recognizes if I'm not playing effectively in the digital space, from visibility to delivering services that actually work, providing options, I am going to get run out of town. From where I'm viewing it, I'm not seeing an intentional push of what we as Africa, as Kenyans, as East Africans in this digital space, fueling cybersecurity risks. I'm not seeing enough of that conversation.
Hello and welcome back to Tech Talk Africa, the show that explores the trends, challenges, and successes shaping our digital future. Today, we're addressing a topic on everybody's mind, the intricate relationship between cybersecurity and the human element at the core of our organizations. We might just sprinkle in a bit of AI. Now, the cost of our digital revolution is becoming increasingly evident. According to a 2025 Interpol report, cybercrime makes up more than 30% of all reported crimes in Western and Eastern Africa. In 2023 alone, Nigeria and Kenya, two of the continent's most targeted nations, suffered financial losses of $1.8 billion and $83 million respectively. And in just the first quarter of 2025, Kenya saw a staggering 200.7% rise. You heard it right, 201.7% rise in cyber threats, with over 2.5 billion incidents recorded. Joining me today is Joseph Mathenge, Chief Operating Officer at Serianu. Thank you for being here, Joseph.
Thank you, Stella. I'm glad to be here.
Now, I know what you do, I know Serianu, but for those of us who may not be familiar with the organization, could you tell us a little bit about what you do and your role?
Absolutely. So I'll start with the organization that I work for. Serianu Limited is a cybersecurity services company. We have been in the industry for maybe about 12 years now, since about 2012.
Yeah.
And with presence locally here in Kenya, but also regionally, operations in Uganda, up north to our neighbors in Ethiopia, South Sudan. We have an office in Botswana. And our core focus is on cybersecurity. This is what we do, live, breath, delivery, both in solutions that are service-oriented or actual technology that focuses around the space of cybersecurity. Our passion or contribution to humankind, if you will, is in education. Our CSR is around education.
Yeah.
Running both our own internal training arm by the name of ACIC, which stands for Africa Cyber Immersion Center. And then we have this exciting program called Cybersecurity, which I'm sure we'll talk about during today's session. I am a simple guy. I'm a techie guy.
You're a techie.
I've been doing this for 25 plus years. I think I stumbled my way into cybersecurity, had an interest in law. And I did my undergraduate in the US.
Okay.
The intent was to go get a law degree.
Yeah.
Before I realized that the American system, you have to have a first degree before you can go into law school. So I did an undergraduate in something they called criminal justice.
Okay.
Then I prepared to go into law school and came across this thing called information security. I needed money. I was a broke student.
Don't
Found my way into it, and here we are, 25 years later.
Oh, you're the perfect case for a pivoter.
I did pivot.
Yeah, pivoter. Maybe we can chat about that later. Yeah. So 13 years at Serianu.
Correct.
25 years in the cybersecurity world.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat.
Clarification.
Sorry.
In Serianu, I joined Serianu in 2018.
Oh, 2018. Yes. Oh, the company's been around for 13 years. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
So what I'm not going to do is ask you, what is a cybersecurity threat? Been there, done that. You know everything. Yeah. What I'm going to ask you is, being in this space, are the threats getting worse because you've seen 201.7% increase in cybersecurity threats, you name it, it's there. And I also want to ask about, there's a new layer called artificial intelligence. We're all talking about it. We're all saying we need AI. Well, I've written something around AI. Would you like to delve a little bit on the pros, the cons, and what you're seeing yourself in your organization?
So I think one thing we don't take enough time to understand is that cybersecurity and cybercrime is exactly that. It's just crime in a digital space.
Okay.
Humans have been around crime for as long as they've been humans. It has morphed over time, from simple stealing from your neighbor food or cattle or whatever, into complexity in the digital space, where you break into someone's systems with the intention of deriving them of something that is theirs, be it money, be it intellectual property. Crime has been around us as humans forever. What it has always done is morph. And I think what we are seeing now is that morphing, is that metamorphosis. As we go deeper and deeper into the cyberspace, into the digital space, where a majority of our life now is spent around this digital space, then we create different targets on a consistent basis that criminals will identify and exploit. So on one hand, the numbers and our ability of recording statistics around crime is getting better, which is why this number seem to be so high.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, from where I am standing, is it getting worse? No, we're reporting more and better. Okay.
We're getting better at recognizing and qualifying that this funny thing that the computer did or my phone did is criminal. We are doing better regionally and passing laws around cybercrime. And by passing laws around it and determining the rights of us as citizens, then our reporting goes up. Now, do not get me wrong in watering down that statistic. Fact of the matter is that the criminals, and the problem of digital is anonymity. Anonymity makes you bolder in the way that you behave. Criminals are willing to try more things under that camouflage of the digital space. So yes, it is taking on an acute edge to it, a new challenge to it. But I think fundamentally, crime is crime, and humans have been around crime. We are just getting better at recording it. We're getting better at reporting that it's happening, and there are new attack vectors that we are seeing on a day in, day out basis.
Define a new attack vector.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, on my way to this beautiful studio, to this beautiful offices, I enjoy driving around and enjoying Tattoo City and seeing how it has grown.
Okay.
In not being too sure about where Tattoo City is, or in the beauty of Nairobi now, knowing that there are multiple routes to get here, I will put on my Google Maps to show me the best route coming here. Now, I'm leaking data all the way here. I'm constantly online. It has picked the direction that I've gone. It has picked the podcast that I was listening to, or whatever music that I was listening on. My digital footprint is bigger. Okay. If somebody was interested in attacking me, Joseph, the individual, or attacking the organization, my footprint will pinpoint my tendencies, which will pinpoint how they can attack. So that's what I mean by different vectors. An attacker now on the cyberspace is able to map you out, to case you, figure out, what does Stella like to do? What does she like to watch? What is she susceptible to? And I use that as a vector to exploit you.
Are you saying we're too exposed?
We are 100% too exposed. Way too exposed.
But we can't go back to blowing smoke signals.
Agreed.
So what do we need to do?
So we need to be a lot more conscious of how easily and openly we are leaking data.
Oh, right. Okay.
Rarely do you think about being a victim of a mugging on your driveway home because you've used that route 101 times.
Yeah.
But if you paid attention, you might notice somebody looking at you differently. Whether you're in public means, you're using an Uber or your own private car, you might notice when somebody's trying to check you out and figure out, is she paying attention to her phone?
Okay.
Does she know where her handbag is? Is the laptop exposed? And exploit you. We need to have a sense of consciousness Within Serianu, we call it situational awareness. We need to be more situationally aware of what we are doing online, of where we are putting in our email addresses, not just putting anywhere, where we are signing away our privacy, how we are actively using all these things, because all this creates a path which an attacker can use to exploit you or your organization.
Okay. Situational awareness, be conscious. Let's tackle this new vector called AI.
Aha.
What are you seeing? What are your reports telling you?
Yes. AI is a tool
Mm-hmm.
that is going to transform how we operate as human.
Yeah.
If it's not
If it's
already
not
doing
already
so.
doing so, yeah.
AI is going to, and this one I hate, is going to somewhat take some of the jobs we do as humans, somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fast forward a few years from now, this conversation would be AI to AI or human to AI. Human to AI. Let
So
me
who's
point
the
to you.
human in this
Yes,
context?
I realize I had pointed at you, so I'm trying to correct that. So it's a tool that potentially will improve the way we live our lives.
Oh, yeah. But
on the same note, it is a tool that can be weaponized. And because of its ability to learn, its ability to move 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times faster than we as humans, the faster it can be to exploit you. Not to promote the movie, but the first iteration of Mission Impossible introduced the concept of the adversary was an AI body, which I thought was very interesting. I haven't watched the second one, but the first one, it left us a bit of a cliffhanger. There's another movie back in the day called The Eye. When you get a chance, go have a look at it. It too introduced the concept of an artificial intelligence that was trying to take over mankind, which is where our fear of all these things comes in as far as AI is concerned. So to answer your question, it behooves us to use this tool.
Yes.
Like you said earlier on, we're not going back. We're not going back to paper and pen.
No.
We're not going back to just having controlled content. We want to pick our content and watch it when we want. We want to use tools that make our lives easier, faster. The internet, the cyberspace, machine learning, AI, these things will make humans better. There's no way we can go back. It's upon us to make sure that we are learning such that we utilize this tool to our advantage.
Okay.
It's without debate that AI can also be very disruptive. It can also be very destructive. And we have examples of exploits on the cyberspace where somebody transferred money in Asia thinking that they got into a meeting with another colleague.
What?
That was all human generated. There was a very interesting story, yes, of an Asian company. I think it's in Singapore. I'm trying to remember the specifics of it. But anyway, the loss was about $25 million.
Okay.
This accountant sitting in one office offshore gets instructions to make a transfer. He's unsure about it, requests for a Teams meeting, gets into a Teams meeting where he recognizes all the people he was in it.
I think I read that.
Only later on to realize this thing was a deep fake and blah, 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 blah. It can be weaponized and it can be very effective.
And for those of us on the continent, Global South, we're talking about AI quite a bit. There's AI ethics, responsible AI use. There's an AI conference. Earlier on this year, there was an AI conference every other day.
Yeah.
But what I've not seen, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, cybersecurity and AI. Are we, as Global South, are we realizing what you're talking about, the detriments to AI? Everything it's a great tool. It's changing the way we live. We need data, but that security element, are you satisfied with how the communities are talking about it, or could there be more done around cybersecurity and AI?
So I think we're lagging behind.
We're lagging behind.
As you correctly say, I don't think we are doing enough to educate ourselves truly what is the cyber risk that would be presented by AI. I totally agree with you. I look at us as an institution, as an organization, and we do research as part and parcel of our fabric.
Yeah.
we haven't done a focused research and discussion around the cyber risks that could be presented by AI. It's absolutely a topic of discussion. So I agree with you. We are lagging right now in being able to react effectively rather than celebrating the greatness of AI.
Yeah.
In trying to also understand, as cybersecurity practitioners,
Yeah.
what should we be anticipating that AI should use? Now, I run operations for Serianu. One of the things that we are spending a lot of time and energy is automating our capabilities using AI. So we are using cybersecurity agents
Yeah.
to augment what our security operations center resources do. We're using AI agents to do things from reporting, generating reports from our monitoring tools, even to the simplest stuff as creating leave requests using this type of agents. So as a business, we are trying to use AI to transform.
Yeah.
We are trying to utilize our new suite of products. We are trying to make sure we are utilizing AI in them. But a focused attention of saying, world, global north, global south, here are the cyber risks that are presented by AI.
Yeah.
We are behind on that topic.
Do we need to start talking about it? Then who should be talking about it?
Now, being around security for such a long time, I've also realized that we don't recognize a risk until it materializes.
It materializes into an issue.
Yeah.
Your typical risk. There is a risk that.
Yeah.
Before what are the mitigating strategies?
Exactly.
Where was that mitigating strategy?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So we know we are not sitting in a room. We who are practitioners of the industry, we who are taking responsibility of trying to educate, we who are taking the challenge of researching in trying to tell everyone, I think we should pivot this way.
Yeah.
In enhancing and strengthening our cybersecurity capabilities. Now, I'm sure another expert would come in after me, besides me, and they would say, no, Joseph missed out on 1, 2, 3 data points. And I would be quite interested in trying to consume those data points. From where I'm viewing it, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing an intentional push of what we as Africa, as Kenyans, as East Africans, have a focused attention on AI risks in this digital space, fueling cybersecurity risks. I'm not seeing enough of that conversation.
Now, whilst it's not all doom and gloom,
100%.
Then that presents an opportunity for a new skill set. I'd say, I don't know, a role around AI and cyber threats. There've been many roles in your years of experience that have emerged from cyber criminals and cyber threat attacks.
Right.
And I guess this is where the cyber shuja comes in.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about that and all the roles that have emanated from this domain?
Yes. So the Cyber Shujaa program is actually a consortium of 3 entities.
Yeah.
Kenya Bankers Association, USIU, and Serianu. It is funded through a program called CFY. It's a Challenge Fund for Youth Empowerment.
Okay.
Out of the Dutch government. And the initial drive was to train and place about 2,000 youths within the cybersecurity space.
Right.
And a 3-year period, grateful that we were able to achieve that goal, placed over 1,000 in new skills, placed another 500 or so within the organization, got upskilled, got a promotion because of going through the Cyber Shujaa program.
Fantastic.
And another about 45 to 50 new entrepreneurs, guys who are out there learning how to do it. The focus is around security analytics. There's cloud security, at least 2 or 3 others. But anyway, that was the intent and been driven by Cyber Shujaa. That's what we started out to do and try to deliver around it. It has a history on what you might have heard me mention, ACIC.
Yeah, the immersion center
that goes back. Now, to your point, the principles of the Cyber Shujaa program do take time to consistently come up with new content for training. And AI has been one of the new items that are coming out of it. One of the challenges, of course, is not just training, is being able to translate these trained skills into how do you get onto the marketplace and you're effective. So you have the technical skills, but you can present yourself. You know how to understand the business. You're able to be an effective person going into the organization.
Yeah.
So the AI program that is in the current cohort that is just running has an element of simply introductory skills as far as AI is concerned.
Yeah.
How do you prompt? How do you protect your data?
Ah.
How do you ensure that it's not hallucinating and giving it all kinds? There's that introductory component to it. As the class continues to evolve, then yes, we'll get to the point where we're able to link up that AI introductory information into what the industry needs as far as a new skill set within cybersecurity. Your question, which I'm not answering, I'm kind of dancing around it, is what roles potentially will come out of AI?
Yes, not just AI, just with every new risk that materializes into an issue, a new role is spun up.
Yes.
Yes, and the organization, your core CSR is education, so you're very focused around skilling, reskilling, cross-skilling, upskilling.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you're not dancing around it. It's just to say, we're not doing enough around AI and cyber threats. There could be a new role.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And of course, the other roles that are coming out of what we're seeing in the landscape, from reporting to your InfoSec team, your networks team. But there was an article recently in one of our local newspapers, and there was a suggestion that we still don't have enough cybersecurity talent.
Yes.
Is that true? Do we not? Oh,
it is 100% true.
Okay.
The author of that article actually came out of one of the research papers done by KBA, connected also with the CFYE program. If you dig further down on that analytics, you go back to WHO. They did a paper last year that talked about the cybersecurity skills gap globally, which they tagged at about 2 million globally.
We have a gap of 2 million cybersecurity. Globally. So we'll just take a fraction of that if it's 2 million.
We take a fraction of it.
Yeah.
The underlying point is we don't have enough cybersecurity experts that are coming out of our schools being able to be effective when they get out. Now, because cybersecurity is the new, am I allowed to say sexy word? It's the new cool thing that everyone is dealing with.
Just like AI.
Yes. So everyone goes in and does it.
Yeah.
But just because you have a certificate doesn't mean you have the skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there has to be that transition between fresh out of school, college, or whatever, to actual practical skills that you can implement within the workspace. Oh, cybersecurity has an integrity question.
What's the integrity question?
I know your vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
You are a bank.
Yeah.
At what point do I recognize I shouldn't do this?
Yeah. I want to delve deep into that. But finish, please, because I have a different theory about this.
It's a very fine line between the proverbial ethical hackers and the ones who go to the dark side. It's a very fine line.
Yeah.
Because if I've recognized you have a vulnerability in your system that grants me access to tens of millions or hundreds of millions of shillings, that if I press this button, that button, and this button,
immediate deposit into my personal account.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an absolute, what kind of person are you when the light is not shining on you?
I want to push back. I'm going to push back. Herein lies my problem.
Yes.
Unlike your big techs who will absorb this talent, invest in the skills, and look at the salaries for an analyst coming out of university, plus the benefits. Are we supporting that kind of lifestyle with our own techies? And this is where HR comes in, right? What's the relationship like between HR and, the InfoSec team, the security team? Because the HR role is to safeguard the bank, the organization. Yeah. You're the head of director, human capacity management. But somehow the internal vulnerabilities are not being well managed. And the world we're living in right now, when a company is posting their results, you have a frustrated cybersecurity analyst or security team who can see that their value in the organization is not being, what's the word? What's the holistic word? If my value is not being appreciated, is it the organization that's pushing that individual to fool around with the vulnerabilities?
Yep.
Or are they just expected to look away? You have a job, we'll pay you however much we want to pay you.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to say is, are organizations pushing their internal employees to be cyber criminals?
So it may not necessarily be purely organization cybersecurity expert problem.
Yeah.
I think there is a huge element of organization to their human resources problem.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things is to show your people that you value them.
And why are we not valuing them?
Because what is valuable to you is different from your colleague.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And when we look at the younger generation that's coming into the workspace, their definition of value and purposeful work is perhaps different than the guys who is hiring them.
Okay.
When I look at myself when I went into the workspace, actually it's a very interesting scenario. So my mother worked for the same organization for probably 30 years.
All right.
And when I started working, I would work for organization X and I do 2 years there. Then I move to organization Y and I do 3 years there. And I move to another organization, I do 5 years there. Then I move back and I do 2 years there. And I remember having a conversation with her. And she said, in Kikuyu, that I do hope you settle down. And I was curious about that. And I asked her, Mom, what do you mean? She said, you're always changing jobs. Clearly, you're not happy. And I thought to myself, no, I'm zigzagging my way to the top. That's why I'm jumping left, right, and center.
Yeah, and you need to experience different environments.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, my motivation was to zigzag. That's the way I'd figured to get to myself to where I want to be.
Yeah.
When I look at the guys who I'm hiring now, they may not be interested in the corner office. They may not be interested in zigzagging. They may be a lot more interested in the value of the work that they do, its impact on the environment, their contribution to humans.
Yes.
The value system in a workspace of the people we're hiring now is different, potentially, than the ones who actually hired them.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the delta comes in. I think the delta comes in when we are trying to provide value based on our definition versus asking the person and saying, well, how will you feel valued?
But shouldn't you be figuring out that value as you deter money leaving the bank or?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go there.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned my degrees in criminal justice.
Yeah.
In the history of criminology, they actually had a biological drawing that a criminal looks like this. And then they realized that doesn't apply. And then they said, okay, people who live in certain areas are likely to become criminals, and realized that doesn't apply. What I'm driving at is the motivation for somebody to go into crime and cybercrime is not necessarily money.
Oh, then what is it? It's not money.
Could be the challenge. Could be the accessibility and the ease of getting there. The motivation as to why a criminal does crime has been an item that has been debated for decades. It's not necessarily because same organization, 10 people, 9 of them will not go into crime. 9 of them will find a way to say, you as an organization are not valuing us. 1 will exploit the organization through cybercrime. So it's not necessarily the organization. It's not an easy type of balance.
No, it's not.
Now, I am curious about that, and I would love to have this question answered. If we can see and get to understand, is there a correlation between an organization not valuing and showing their employees are valued,
Yeah.
and that continuum to the people within the organization who get involved in cybercrime, I would be very curious to see that. For sure, there seems to be a correlation.
Yeah.
The more you mistreat the people who work for you,
Yes.
they have keys to the kingdom.
They do. They're your biggest competition.
They are likely to do something that you will not be happy about.
And as now, I've come across this terminology, how to be cyber resilient.
Aha.
Yeah. You've probably mentioned the need for investments, the need for a new set of skills, probably. Where do you see the human element in cyber resilience playing a role in there? Because I'm hung up on there's a people issue, there's a people problem there.
We did talk about it right at the start
as
we walked in, and I do want to spend some more time thinking through that. Here's what I do think is the resilience side of it.
Yeah.
We as an organization, I'll use Serianu as an organization, we try and spend a lot of time in trying to understand the motivation of our people.
Yeah.
Why are you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
And we are 10 times even more interested when we realize somebody is struggling for one way, shape, or form or other. Struggling financially because they need to take care of a mother, a sister, a child.
Yeah.
Or they have desires to go to college, or they're interested in buying a car, they want to buy a piece of land. This motivation will dictate the productivity you get out of that person, and more so, the temptations in having view of vulnerability.
Okay.
You need to invest in human resilience, as you're rightly saying, in being able to understand, well, what drives my people?
Yeah.
And if they're unhappy, do I know that they're unhappy? I might not have the solution right away.
Yeah.
But at least I need to be conscious and convey to them, I'm not tone deaf. I do realize that you guys are not happy right now.
Yeah.
One reason or other. I think that's where the resilience will come in.
Okay.
I think an organization will be better protected against falling victim of cybercrime perpetrated by its own people.
Yes.
In getting to understand their motivation, or at least their state of mind.
Yeah.
Where are you guys? We didn't pay bonuses last year.
Exactly. Oops. How do we rectify that? Yeah.
Yes. And maybe we didn't pay bonuses last year because we couldn't find a way to convey that conversation. We couldn't pay bonuses last year. However, let's do a company retreat. Or let's do merchandise.
Yeah.
Let's something.
Yeah. Value.
For people to recognize that, okay, they're not tone deaf.
So those are the internal vulnerabilities that you've quite rightly addressed. In your experience across the region, are we reporting the same? Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, or what are the different nuances you notice in your amongst your clients within the region? Like Kenya, it's a tech problem, but there's also another layer in this. What are you witnessing across the region?
So Kenya is definitely a powerhouse, and I think I'm biased as I say this.
Powerhouse in terms of being cyber resilient or being constantly attacked, which is weird.
Our internet penetration is definitely deeper than our neighbors. Our use and access to affordable internet is debatably cheaper in Kenya than it is within our region. Our access to technology, debatably, is deeper than it is. That's where we are, quote unquote, a powerhouse as compared to the others.
Okay.
Having said all that, we share some commonalities, a young generation, enthusiastic generation that are tech conscious, expectant of having a lot of services delivered via their mobile devices and so on and so forth.
I call it popcorn culture.
Yes.
Like,
a business leader that recognizes if I'm not playing effectively in the digital space, from visibility to delivering services that actually work to providing options, I am going to get run out of town. Regionally, I think if we do a 1, 2, 3, and I won't rank them, you will find that we all have the same motivations in those components.
Why are you not ranking the countries?
Well, because I already said I'm biased. Anyone listen to me, they're like, whatever, man. And I do have clients in each of these countries.
Exactly.
So I need to be careful.
Kenya's still number one.
She said it.
Not everybody else. I want to circle back a little bit around the skills side. Let me expose my bias. I'm pro skills, upskilling, cross-skilling, reskilling. Do you then think there needs to be a shift in how the different departments operate? But when I say different departments, how the partnerships are required between now HR, security, infosec, networking, just to kind of deter the human element of these vulnerabilities, whilst now the external vulnerabilities, everybody knows them and everybody can deal with them. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Yeah.
And in this context, there's a common saying in the industry: we can compete on business, we shouldn't compete on fraud. Where I get exploited, if I'm a bank A and I get exploited, the path that they use to exploit me, bank B very well may have the same vulnerabilities and you should exploit. The purpose of that saying is we need to collaborate and share. So I got attacked last week. Oh, you did? How did they come in? They did 1, 2, 3. We should not be competing in sharing how we were exploited and how we were so on and so forth. I think that's even more prominent within the organization. There's an inherent nature of us humans as competitors, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's a nature within different departments. Operations, credit, finance,
risk,
HR. Everyone kind of thinks that they're more important than they are.
Yeah. And based on the budget allocated, isn't it? Yeah.
Or even how they're prominent within the C-suite, for lack of a better way. That adversarial, that competitive nature does not allow us to effectively collaborate. Cybersecurity is an IT problem. No, it's not.
No, it shouldn't. No. Yeah.
The human is lazy. That's a HR problem. Not necessarily.
The system is broken.
The system is broken.
Go back.
IT, and if you go to IT will say your business requirements were terrible. That's why this thing is not working. We fight and point fingers at each other without collaborating enough. To your point, which I think is a fantastic point, on that correlation, that connection between the human and crime and cybercrime has to be an organizational-wide problem. We have to sit in a room and decide, so what is secure definition to us as an organization? How do we recruit and identify the right individual?
Yeah.
How do we keep them motivated? How do we train them? How do we give them the tools that they need to be able to effectively work? And then the one that we always forget, how do we manage conflict?
Define conflict between departments or between colleagues?
Between people, between colleagues, between departments. Conflict, this system is failing because you didn't give me the right business requirements. This is me IT saying, right?
Yeah.
And you countering and saying this system is not working. Well, that's conflict. You need to find a better way for us to address that conflict. If you're arguing that the requirements were bad, okay, let's look and see what requirements were you given. How are they defined? If you're saying that the system is failing, maybe it's failing because you're expecting a certain functionality that you never articulated at the start.
Oh, it was never trained. You never trained on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move away from technology.
Yeah.
Let's look at marketing. Let's look at operations. So marketing seem to have all the cool budget.
And for branding purposes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They're doing events. They're traveling.
Yeah.
Their argument is we need to put the brand out there. We need to bring in the business. Operations are saying, no. We are delivering. You bring the customer, it's true, but we are the ones who are making sure that the customer is satisfied. They receive their gadget. They receive their service.
Yeah.
So why is it that you guys seem to have more cool toys than we do? How come you guys travel and we don't? That's conflict. So how is the organization defining and driving conflict management? We don't think or talk about this. And I do think our future problem, I got this from a book I read that absolutely blew my mind. It's called Humans Are Underrated.
Humans are underrated, okay.
And the author argues that the skill of the future is to be human.
I believe so.
It's the ability to collaborate, is to resolve conflict, to come up with ideas, to make those ideas work together in a space. I think a big solution to cybercrime and now secondary AI It's for us to be human. It's for us to figure out, well, I got to make this work. So
Yeah.
what do you want? And this is what I want. Okay, can we find a middle ground? And boom.
So before we wrap up, I'm guessing from what you're saying, your call to action is go beyond your typical job description, be human. Yeah. Partner within, create partnerships in the organization.
Perfect.
Does the everyday CIO have the capacity to do that?
They need to build it.
Oh, they need to build it. Okay.
Are they building capacity to deliver AI?
They are?
Did they also not build capacity to do APIs?
They did.
Did they also not deliver capacity to do cloud? Build it.
So what's stopping them here?
Stop. Yes.
Okay. And what message would you have to, I don't know, outside of CIOs, every other organization? Build the capacity. What else? What else would you want everybody walking out of here knowing this is what you guys need to do? Else, you'll just keep losing money and everything else.
So, cybersecurity is a problem.
Yeah.
That we have established.
Yeah.
You will lose money through the digital space that we have already established. There are tons and tons of tools and capabilities out there that can help control, reduce, manage that whole item. I do think you need to figure out what's fit for purpose for you as an organization.
Okay.
I do think we really need to spend more time talking about if AI is here, how do we as humans behave as humans? How do we collaborate? How do we behave better? I do think we practitioners in the industry need to really go ahead of everyone else in defining and understanding what are these cyber risks driven by AI that are coming our way, so as to now start thinking through how do we manage that risk before it materializes, before it comes and hits us smack in the face.
You're calling for a mindset shift. Long and short of it.
Yes.
Sorry.
I took a lot.
No, from everything I've heard, it's shift how you're operating, shift how you're thinking.
Yes.
If you have, to repeat what you're saying, if you have capacity to build APIs, AI, cloud, whichever solution you believe will take you to Mercury, Mars, Venus, wherever.
Yes.
Then, and surely you can shift your mindset. Okay, well
put. I'm going to put it better.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, you heard it right here, folks. The digital future of Africa is bright, but its security isn't guaranteed. It will be built on a foundation of not just strong technology, but a strong culture and a skilled workforce. The challenge of AI-driven threats requires a unified cross-functional approach where IT and HR work together as partners, as you've heard from Joseph. That's it from me. I'm Stella Gichuhu, your host. Thank you for having us.